Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and I'm joined as usual by my sidekick here, Susan. She's
Hello.
she's my she's my boy wonder to my Batman.
Yep, that's true.
I could have said something else, but I think Batman and Robin
You
works
can
better.
you can just keep that in your own head. We're just
Yeah,
now.
in my head.
Head.
Yeah. Today we're discussing a movie from 1989, which I didn't know existed until Susan suggested this one. So I watched it today.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck did I watch? Uh, it's Sinbad of the Seven Seas,
Uh-huh.
starring Lou Ferrigno as Sinbad.
Uh-huh.
It's an Italian movie.
Uh-huh.
So most of the actors are all dubbed into English.
Uh-huh.
Even Lou Ferrigno is dubbed, and you can tell that it's dubbed. I think like with there's two actors in this what did their own spoken words. I think the evil Jafar, he wasn't dubbed, and Poochie, the midget, wasn't dubbed as far as I know. Um, yeah, I just don't. While I was watching it, I was thinking, who sat down and thought we want to make a Sinbad movie? I know we'll get Lou Ferrigno
Uh,
to play to play
uh,
Sinbad the sailor
uh-huh.
because all the time he was on screen, I just pictured him painted green, going as as the Incredible Hulk.
Uh-huh.
Um, a great physique. I mean, you can't knock him for that. He put hours of effort into his bodybuilding.
Mhm.
But yeah, he. This is a story where Sinbad and his crew have to go and find um, several is it gems, these powerful gems to stop the evil Jafar from his
Mhm.
evil plan of seducing the princess. So we'll go to Susan. Sinbad of the Seven Seas, Susan. Why? Why, oh, why?
Okay, first of all, why was
Just because.
uh, just because first of all, it's we have reviewed the Harryhausen version of Sinbad, and
Yeah.
we have extolled the virtues of Tom Baker in those things, and we have um, pro- produced content that surrounds, uh, you know, other things that these actors have done, and but this movie is a trip. It's the weirdest thing. It's got two directors and four writers, and that's amazing. And then the fact that it came sort of wholesale out of the the Arabian Nights of Scheherazade or whatever,
Yeah.
that whole thing, and then the fact that it was definitely 100% a ripoff of Princess Bride, in that it was a story told to a kid in bed by a mother
Yeah.
who, in this case, a mother. And um, let me first extend my sincerest apologies to Lee for the nearly constant, constant narration for shit we could see on the fucking screen. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Why? Why? Why was it done that way?
I don't know. Oh my god, that was so bad.
Oh,
Oh my
I mean,
god, this movie is so bad. Holy shit, it's so fucking bad.
it, I, it was. I was watching it. I'm thinking, is the narration going to stop now? But
Ah,
no, it was all the way through the movie, and I'm thinking, well, why are they narrating what's happening in the scenes? Because they're talking, but the narration is over it. And I'm thinking,
oh
let the scene run its own course.
my god.
And well, what the hell? Oh, yeah, it'd have been okay. The narration at the beginning when she's telling the little girl the bedtime story, and at the end of the movie when she stopped telling the story. But all the way through, no, no, no. You knew this was that. You knew.
No, I didn't know. I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. I just uh, so yeah, the narrator is called a narrator, and that's why I thought that uh, I just think it's so it would be so bad. It would be something, Lee. You gave Doctor Who such a load of shit this year. You needed to see something that really fucking sucked. Like you were so hard on a show that actually was quality compared to this
Hold
shit.
on a
This
minute.
shit. This is shit. This is the
Was
stuff
was
I
was
had.
was Fruity Gatwa in this?
No,
Oh,
but this is. I mean, when you look at the credits, it's not called Mom. It's not called Mrs. The girl's mother or something. It's called the characters are called Girl in the
yeah.
bed. They're not even called Girl in the bed with da da. It's called Girl, and then it's not called Mother or woman reading the book or woman telling story to her daughter. It's called narrator.
Narrator.
It's fucking called narrator. And that's almost as bad as Tommy Wiseau, you know, that weird accent. It's like we got some bad shit happening in this stuff. And so, 4 writers and 2 directors, you can't say anything more than there are so many things that are going on in this thing that make it almost unbelievably and those dubs. You're right. The dubs suck ass because not only are the voices dubbed, but then the narrator's voice is dubbed on top of it, and you're just like, could you shut the fuck up and just let this thing play?
I mean, I did like Jafar, the evil
Yeah.
sorcerer. He was just chewing the scenery. John Steiner.
Uh huh.
Um, he was sort of a master esque character.
Uh huh.
Um, but I right, this is supposed to be set way back in the days of the Arabian Nights.
Uh huh.
But in his hideout, he's got a mechanical machine and what the princess is tied to, and he's got a console with a TV screen.
Uh huh.
I'm thinking, is this a spaceship or something? I'm,
Uh huh.
I'm thinking, what's going on here?
I know.
Uh, I mean, also as well with Sinbad and his crew going on these quests to get these gems. Um, every time you go for a gem, it was the same thing that happened.
Yeah.
They'd come up they'd come up against something guarding the gem, and they'd have to have a fight. And
Yeah.
it reminded me. I don't know if you got it over there in America back in the late 70s. Monkey,
No.
the Japanese TV show, and
No.
the fight scenes just reminded me of all like
Yeah,
that. I'm thinking, so, and then he goes and finds the next gem, and it's the same thing. I'm thinking, how many times can they do this? But
yeah.
totally,
The fights were like I like the there's a there's a cute kids version of ninjas called Three Ninjas,
hmm
and there's a bunch of movies that they made, and the 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 fight scenes were taken seemingly taken from those movies which were made around the same time and put in this. I That's all I gotta
yeah.
say. I think.
Uh, for me, as I said earlier, Lou Ferrigno, totally, in my opinion, totally miscast as Sinbad the Sailor.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he was on holiday in Italy at the time.
Uh-huh.
And he's even stated this is his most favourite thing he likes making was this movie.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, I mean, it may have been really fun to make, but it's not. It's not quality.
and, then, and also we've got the female sorceress who was helping the Jafar, this leather-clad bondage queen,
Uh huh.
big bosomed. I'm thinking, wow, where's this coming from?
Oh, Alina, that's right. That's so funny.
But I mean, it was fun to watch, but it was bloody awful. But for me, one scene, one scene in it was really, really good. Was when um, Jafar had sent out the winds, the tempest, and to blow the ship, and they landed up on dry land,
Uh huh.
and there was all these armor in the ground and all that, and these armor was coming up out the ground on horses. I mean, that scene was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that was really well shot. But then it ended up going an old fight scene again.
Uh huh. And they'd have to beat up these just empty armors, just
Yeah,
to
but
dissipate them.
to watch those coming out the ground, I
Yeah,
said
that.
one of them was sat upon an horse, and that was coming out. I thought, wow, that was really well shot.
Yeah,
So that for me, that was the best shot in the movie.
that's good.
Because I went, wow, yeah. But the rest of it, it was a comedy in my eyes.
Uh huh.
But yeah, I don't know why I've never heard of it before.
And they the the way that the king, the sultan, was suddenly overtaken
Yeah,
was just taken basically word for word out of J.R.R. Tolkien's Two Towers. You know,
yeah,
it was Grima uh, Wormtongue and Theoden, and yeah, it was just like it was pretty much plagiarized right out of that. You could just I enjoyed that uh the comeuppance at the end, but the while he
I mean,
while he's under the trance, I'm just like, did you have to rip off, you know, Tolkien's word for word? I mean, Jesus Christ. And then
I
the
mean,
narration is going on top. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, the narration was so distracting. But there's a scene as well in this where Sinbad's trapped in a pit of cobras.
uh huh,
I mean, and he's sat there talking to the cobras,
uh huh,
calming the cobras, getting to know the cobras. And while he's doing that, he's tying knots in them.
uh huh.
I'm thinking, what's he doing? I'm thinking, what? You're going to use that as a rope? and, and someone sat down and wrote this.
Uh, 4 people sat down. Yes.
It was, hold on. I know it's an Italian movie, but are the writers English or Italian?
They're just a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, Italian.
Oh, but they're Italian, except for this Ian Danby. Whatever. It's so atrocious. So funny. It's it's so cheesy. It's so much cheese. It's like spaghetti when you put too much Parmesan on it. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. It was. It was. It's a movie what I would not be rushing again to watch.
Either why. I only did the once, and I was just like,
I mean, well, anything else you want to say about Sinbad on the Seven Seas?
yeah, it's both a sin and bad. And I know that has probably been used at some other point, but yeah, for this one, it totally fits.
Yeah.
And the fact that they kept going back and forth between 7 seas and 7 oceans, they're like, really? I mean, are you trying to be modern with this? What the fuck is that?
Also, as well,
That's the TV thing. The
yeah,
TV, the monitors, the little computerized thing. Oh my god, that was that. That was the same thing that was going on with that 7 seas, 7 oceans thing. I was like, oh god,
I
because
mean,
7 seas were the Aegean Sea, the
yeah,
Ionian Sea, the Illyrian Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Caspian Sea, and the Red Sea. I mean, like that was it. There
yeah.
were 7 seas, and they were all around that area. None of them were talking about the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. They were only talking about the ones that were right there. Maybe you could include the North Sea if you had the Viking in there and cut out the Baltic Sea. But usually it is the Baltic and not the North. But whatever it is, it was not the oceans, for fuck's sake. The difference is
I mean,
apparent because Sinbad would have sailed from the Red Sea into the Mediterranean and then done his great.
I mean, we had, as you say, we had a Viking in this,
Uh-huh.
and we
I
had
know.
a Japanese, what was he now? Fighter or
A
something.
samurai.
I'm thinking, really? But
Uh-huh.
with his crew,
Uh-huh.
with Sinbad and his crew, the
Mhm.
size of his ship, it was like a little rowing boat.
It was a very small.
I mean,
It
the
wasn't. It
size,
was the size of like the sloop John B. Like that whole thing with like the pretty little ship and in that old song.
I mean, I don't even think Lou Ferrigno would have been able to get through the cabin door.
Very funny.
I mean, the Poochie the midget only just got through it.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
True.
Oh dear me.
I
So,
agree.
so anything else? Final sense score?
Okay.
Go.
I was yeah, I didn't I chose this just because we had done some of the other
Yeah.
ones that were 100% better quality, and we had been watching some shit like things that Leah thought was shit, and like this one legit was shit, and this was like things that were bound and determined to make my eye teeth groan. And I was like, no, I don't understand. Yuck. And then, you know, we just finished watching a super quality TV show, Andor, and I was 10 out of 10 on that. This one's gonna get a 3 out of 10. Hoisted sails in a teeny tiny little boat, and that's probably the lowest I've ever gone. I may have gone lower at one point, but honest to Christ, I've never gone that low, I don't think. And I can't believe that 2 directors and 4 writers couldn't figure something out. But I guess the more wrenches, the more it gets screwed up. It was really terrible. And I'm sorry, Lee, I didn't mean to suggest something quite so terrible. I had every good intention about this. I was not.
It makes a change. It makes a change to watch something like this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what can I give it? You gave it a 3. Wow. I won't give it a 10. I won't give it a 10 just to upset you. The narration, the bad acting. I'm going to give it 3 C's out of 10 as well. I can't give it any more, really. It was good to see Lou Ferrigno, but totally miscast.
Yeah.
Yes, we're speechless.
Horrible.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our review of one of the worst movies we've seen, and I'm sure there's more, but that's one of them. Sinbad of the Seven Seas. If you've seen it, let us know. Leave a message below on this video. We share it all over the social media platforms. Also, well, if you want to join us, leave a message below on the video. Just have to be 18 plus. That's all we ask, and have a working camera and microphone on the device you use. And if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, remember to press the bell notification button, and you will get notified every time I put up a video. So I think that's it, Susan.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to lie down after watching that movie.
Oh, jeez.
Some strong medication.
And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification.
Yes, I did that. Ding ding.
I'm sorry, I just was.
Yeah, you were just in awe of this movie, wasn't you?
Oh God, yes. Exactly.
In fact, I think we should review it again for next week. Oh, hands up, who's for that? Yeah. Oh, right. Okay then. Until next time. Bye for now.